Hey everyone, it's Flynn Patrick again, and today I am so excited to do a rapid fire mock draft. The lottery just happened. Also, just to be clear, this mock draft is based on who I think the teams should take and not who I think they will take. We're going to do it fast, we're going to do it quick, and we're going to do it efficient. So let's get right to it. So let's get started. With the number 1 pick, the Phoenix Suns select DeAndre Ayton. They did hire a coach recently who is close with Luka Doncic, and he is another option, but I believe Ayton is just too good to pass up here. As a Grizzlies fan, I would have absolutely loved to have him, but I can't lie, he probably will enjoy Phoenix a lot more. With the number 2 pick, the Sacramento Kings select Luka Doncic. Put him next to De'Aaron Fox, bring Buddy Hield off the bench as the 6th man. I like Skal Labissiere, so I'm going to hold off on giving them Bagley. I think Doncic here gives them a lot of flexibility. I'm very, very excited for Sacramento's future. With the number 3 pick, the Atlanta Hawks select Trae Young. With Dennis Schroeder wanting out of Atlanta now, this is a franchise that absolutely needs a spark. John Collins has a lot of potential, but let me tell you, Trae Young will put behinds in the seat. Holy macaroni. With the number 4 pick, the Memphis Grizzlies select Marvin Bagley III. As a Grizzlies fan, if the draft played out this way, I would be absolutely pleased. I think Bagley is a serious player and could be the best player in this draft. With the number 5 pick, the Dallas Mavericks select Zhaire Smith. I am very high on Zhaire Smith. I believe he would be an excellent fit next to Dennis Smith Jr. He is a serious player. He is being overlooked. He is still only 18 years old right now. Zhaire Smith is a top 5 player in this draft, in my opinion. I went a little bit more in detail on that in my 2018 NBA draft preview. With the number 6 pick, the Orlando Magic select Collin Sexton. They need a point guard. They have Jonathan Isaac and Aaron Gordon. Put Sexton with those two and you have a very nice triple threat trinity going forward. With the number 7 pick, the Chicago Bulls select Michael Porter Jr. This is a nice situation. Throw him at small forward next to Lauri Markkanen and good things are going to happen. With the number 8 pick, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Jaren Jackson Jr. Still only 18 years old. This is lower than most mock drafts have him. If he falls here in this situation, I believe Cleveland would be pretty happy. With the number 9 pick, the New York Knicks select Mohamed Bamba. Right here, someone like Wendell Carter Jr. or Kevin Knox might be more of a sure thing right now, but if Bamba can reach his full potential, good golly gee willikers. With the number 10 pick, the Philadelphia 76ers select Mikal Bridges. I said in my 2018 draft preview the process should consider him here, and I'm going to skip over a few players I have ranked higher and give them Bridges. This would be a nice situation and a nice fit. With the number 11 pick, the Charlotte Hornets select Wendell Carter Jr. I have him ranked number 9 on my big board, high basketball IQ, very similar to Derek Favors, a good pick here. With the number 12 pick, the Los Angeles Clippers select Miles Bridges. A tough decision here between him and Kevin Knox. They do have a solid combo forward in Tobias Harris, and I think Bridges next to him probably gives them a little more flexibility. With the number 13 pick, the LA Clippers select Troy Brown Jr. They have the flexibility to take a small risk with their second pick. I am high on Troy Brown Jr. He is a 6'7" athletic point guard. This young man has a lot to work on, but there is wiggle room here for him to learn from Milos Teodosic and Austin Rivers next year. With the number 14 pick, the Denver Nuggets select Kevin Knox. Wilson Chandler has a player option for next year. He probably takes it. I think Kevin Knox is a very solid pick here. I have him number 10 on my big board. There is flexibility for him to learn for a year as a reserve. With the number 15 pick, the Washington Wizards select Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They need a backup point guard for John Wall. Alexander has a lot of potential and length. This is a nice fit. With the number 16 pick, the Phoenix Suns select Gary Trent Jr. NBA jeans, solid backup for Devin Booker. With the number 17 pick, the Milwaukee Bucks select Chandler Hutchison. Okay, not a well-known player, but I do have him number 17 on my big board from Boise State. I think it might be a decent idea for Milwaukee to shy away from the big potential picks for a year and go with a more sure thing as a backup shooting guard small forward. With the number 18 pick, the San Antonio Spurs select Robert Williams. We keep Mr. Williams out of Texas A&M in Texas. I believe he is a prototypical Spurs player and they could develop him nicely. With the number 19 pick, the Atlanta Hawks select Mitchell Robinson. With the Trae Young pick, you have a chance to go with a potential pick here. Robinson has very nice skills for a 7'1" player, but sort of had an awkward postgraduate year. But you know what? In ways, being unknown and mysterious might have been better for his draft stock than playing a year at Western Kentucky anyways. With the number 20 pick, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Dzanan Musa. Excuse me if I mispronounced the spelling, an RKO out of nowhere. The second international player taken other than Doncic. I think with Jamal Crawford potentially retiring, Musa is a nice option off the bench in this situation for three-point shooting for a team that is trying to win now. This is a nice fit. With the number 21 pick, the Utah Jazz select Isaac Bonga. Good golly gee willikers, the youngest player in the draft, born in November 1999, barely missing out on being the first NBA player born in the 2000s. This is a potential pick, but let me tell you, he has a lot of potential. He is 6'10" with point guard skills. He has a lot of work to do, but with Utah's current situation, they can afford a potential pick. With the number 22 pick, the Chicago Bulls select Aaron Holiday. I have him number 15 on my big board. They got MP Jr. already. With this situation, Holiday would be a good value pick here. With the number 23 pick, the Indiana Pacers select Trayvon Duval. Both Darren Collison and Corey Joseph only have one more year on their contracts. Duval has a lot of potential and can learn a year from two veterans. With the number 24 pick, the Portland Trailblazers select Lonnie Walker IV. Has potential and in this situation would be a nice second string shooting guard option behind CJ McCollum. With the 25th pick, the Los Angeles Lakers select Jalen Brunson. I like this pick here. You match him up with his former college teammate Josh Hart, and I believe he is a perfect backup point guard option for Lonzo Ball. With the number 26 pick, the Philadelphia 76ers select Dante DiVincenzo. Anyways, JJ Redick was on a one-year contract, and they actually do need another shooting guard. I think this is a solid pick. With the number 27 pick, the Boston Celtics select Jontay Porter. The Boston Celtics are deep. They have a ton of guys. They have a ton of depth. Jontay Porter is 6'11" and still the age of a high school senior right now. Major potential. I like this pick here. With the number 28 pick, the Golden State Warriors select Jevon Carter. Okay, this is an interesting one. There are for sure some shooters you could take here, like Landry Shamet and Jerome Robinson, you could give them, but I am going a different route. Carter averaged 3 steals a game. He has swag. In my 10 plus years as an NBA fan, he is the best defensive point guard I have seen in any draft. I think if you put him as a backup for Stephen Curry, it is going to be a unique situation, but let me tell you, that could be really, really interesting and really fun to watch. I think the Warriors should absolutely consider Jevon Carter as a backup. With the number 29 pick, the Brooklyn Nets select Jesse Govan. Another interesting pick. They picked Jarrett Allen last year, but their backup centers are Jahlil Okafor and Timofey Mozgov. Watching Mr. Govan play, I think scouts are overlooking him. He is very skilled for his size. I think he is a borderline first-round talent, and in this edition, he sneaks in there. And finally, with the number 30 pick, the Atlanta Hawks select Goga Bitadze. You put another 7-footer with Mitchell Robinson, but they do need big men, and he can stay overseas for a year. And he is playing in the same league that Nikola Jokic and Jusuf Nurkic played in. At his age, I believe he is better than Jusuf Nurkic was. Thank you so much for joining us, and you all have a wonderful Wednesday.